For companies that are creating connected devices or retrofitting equipment for the Internet of Things, IoTize's no-code, low-code solution accelerates their IoT projects. Ours is a complete solution that's based on our wireless modules, embedded software, and software tool ecosystem. Our wireless modules are available as embedded components or as finished industrial devices. Our modules run our patented embedded software called Duetware. Duetware implements the key features required in your connected devices and a Java virtual machine that allows you to customize its operation to fit your most specific requirements. In this video, we introduce you to our software tools, which include our IoTize Studio configuration software, our App Creator user interface design environment, and our automatic app builder. No matter whether you're using our modules for an embedded design or our wireless adapters to retrofit industrial systems, implementing IoTize devices and creating your user interface as mobile apps is a simple process of connection and configuration. Your connectivity project starts with our Duetware software and IoTize Studio. Duetware pre-implements the key features for connected devices. You just configure them. No coding is required. To customize Duetware, for example, to drive components, to do edge data processing, or to log data to a cloud platform, you can also add Java code to the configuration. IoTize Studio is our free software environment for configuring Duetware. Studio has 4 panels: the Configuration Explorer with the settings that will be stored to the module, the Resource panel with information about the target system, the Viewer, and a Java code editor. This example is a common no-code configuration. It contains the addresses where data is stored, the type of access that is authorized, and the access rights for different user profiles. Studio connects by Bluetooth or Wi-Fi to your module during configuration and testing. In the Viewer, you can see live data coming from your electronic design or system. This allows us to test the configuration and, for example, to test any access control restrictions that you have created. Creating a basic configuration like this takes just minutes and requires no coding at all. For more complex use cases, you can also add Java code to the configuration. That code will be run by Duetware's embedded Java virtual machine. To look at that, here's another example. This example, called WattTap, measures electricity consumption. It uses the module's GPIO to communicate directly with electrical components. It also has an edge data processing routine in Java that logs electricity consumption in the module's memory. Here, the module's configuration references the Java routine that is executed by the JVM and allows us to create variables we need in the module's memory, to store data, and to update log data using a generic scheduling routine. In the Viewer, we can see both the instantaneous measures of power consumption and the values that are logged for the past minutes, hours, and days thanks to the Java routine that we have added to the configuration. We will later see the same data in the use history or the consumption history in the mobile app. After you complete your configuration in IoTize Studio, use our online tools to create a user interface and an app. These tools are available through your Tap Manager account at app.iotize.com. The online tools include IoT App Creator for creating your user interface as a dashboard, and our App Builder to transform your dashboard into an Android, iOS, or web app. With these online tools, the hardware configuration that you created in IoTize Studio can be loaded directly into App Creator. To help you create your user interface, App Creator's WYSIWYG environment provides you an editing view, a layout view, and a preview. In the dashboard editing views, you can select from a library of graphical elements for layout of your interface, data display in graphs, charts, or other forms, and for controls. These libraries are based on the Ionic platform, but you can also import your own custom graphical elements. Behind your dashboard, there is a data flow logic. This is populated automatically when the configuration is imported, and it is also updated automatically as you work on your display in the dashboard editor. However, learning to work with these nodes and Java code in the data flow allows you to create advanced features. Advanced features that will allow you to create logical functions that control graphical components, apply conversions to data, or even control user access to display features. We can see some examples of these in the WattTap dashboard used to create this app. Remember that we saw the configuration of this device before in IoTize Studio. This is the advanced dashboard for that specific hardware design. Here, in the preview of this advanced dashboard, you can already see how the graphical components are used to organize the display in pages or views, to display data as charts, gauges, or graphics, and to create controls for the system. Most of these do not require advanced use of the data flow editor, but we'll look at some advanced features in this dashboard to see the flexibility you get from the data flow editor. In many components like this graph, a simple implementation of the component is all that is required. Just select a component, place it in the layout, associate it with a variable, and personalize the display settings. Many things can be done like setting text, icons, colors, and the display range directly in the options for each graphical component and without touching the data flow editor. However, with the data flow editor, you can control the display according to a variety of conditions that you define. This editor provides you a range of nodes for logical functions, operations, and code. You can easily add these nodes to modify the data handling and its display in the graphical components. For example, this graphic changes color to warn us when instantaneous power consumption passes certain limits. Clicking on this item, we can see the nodes that were added to the data flow editor for this feature, and we can easily access and modify the conditions and code that control this logic. The data flow can also be used to control access to features and display instructions when a condition is not met. This conditional message is displayed in place of the dashboard and tells the user what to do when the PC or mobile phone is not connected to their wireless module. To find the associated data flow nodes, just go to the editor, click on the graphic item that contains the message and the link to the data flow. This opens the data flow to the node that we want, and we can see the hardware condition that is not met and the message displayed instead of the graphical components in the display. Using the data flow editor is not required in order to create an interface in App Creator. However, we can see from a few examples that this is a very powerful tool for creating conditions for the display and in-app data handling routines. Now, as your user interface dashboard takes shape, you can easily verify and test it from your PC while connected to your hardware. Your dashboard can also be tested on Android and iOS mobile devices without compiling a final app. With just a click, you can make it available for registered users of your Tap Manager account. When you connect a mobile phone to your wireless module, your dashboard is launched in our Tap Manager mobile app. Any changes that you make to the dashboard can be verified immediately. This can be done on the mobile phone without the complexities of rebuilding and publishing an app. Just disconnect and reconnect, and the changes are visible on the mobile. Finally, after you have fully tested your user interface as a dashboard, you can transfer the configuration to our App Builder. The App Builder can output your Android or iOS app project for signature and publication on app stores. IoTize Studio and App Creator are available to all customers using IoTize embedded wireless modules and industrial modules. For more information, click on the link in the description below or email us at contact@iotize.com.